Let's talk about copying data now. Copying is very similar to cutting and pasting. Copying and paste works in very much the same sequence of events, except instead of taking the original cell or cells and transforming them to a new location altogether, it leaves the original cells where they were and makes a copy of those cells into another location. So we're going to be using the copy button and the paste button. I'm going to go to the data worksheet and demonstrate some of this. So I'm going to take these 9 cells and I'm going to create a copy and place them into this cell starting in the upper corner J7. So first I'll show you the right click technique. If I've selected these cells, I'll right click them and select copy, and then I'm going to right click on this cell and I'm going to select paste. You might have noticed several paste options. Next time I do this, I'm going to slow it down a bit and just point them out, but we're not going to use them. So if I wanted to copy these cells, make a copy to another location down here, for example, I select the cells, I can right click, copy, and then I'm going to right click, and when I look at paste, I actually see many variations, more than I want to cover in this class. I really only want to focus on the simple copy and paste as well as I did in the cut and paste, and use a simple paste, which is the regular old clipboard. But let's make a note. There are other variations on this, other flavors, so to speak, of the paste icon. So I'll click paste. Okay. Now I'm going to press the undo button and undo that paste. And I'm going to press the undo again and undo the previous paste. And I'm going to start over. Now highlight these cells, and instead of right-clicking, I'm going to show you how to use the clipboard. I'm going to click the copy button here, and then I'm going to click into the cell where I want them to be pasted, go up to the clipboard, and click on the large icon of the clipboard itself to make the paste. You'll notice the paste button has a drop-down menu, so there are many options like we saw in the right-click technique for pasting. The copy button also has a drop-down, so there's a little more complexity to this. But at the simple level, copying and pasting is pretty straightforward. I'm going to press the undo. So I'm going to, one more time, I'm going to use the right-click technique. I figure the right-click technique is very good if you're comfortable using that secondary mouse button. Probably because if you're already in these cells because you've just selected them, you might as well right-click instead of moving up to the ribbon. And from here, copy, and then you right-click on the cell and you paste without having to go up to the ribbon. Now there are also keyboard shortcuts for doing this, and you can see some of them in the keyboard shortcuts file, as well as cutting and pasting. And that kind of rounds out this introduction to copying and pasting. It's a very powerful technique, and just as I mentioned in cutting and pasting, you can copy and paste stuff from worksheet to worksheet, from workbook to workbook, from Excel into Word or PowerPoint or many other places. So it's really a great technique to master.